Hi everyone. So I'm going to, just be pretty transparent within this video. Been taking some time off YouTube, working on myself, still just staying focused, guys. Surrendering things, overcoming battles and whatnot. Um, just really observing and just taking in some things that have been going on within these past few weeks as far as me needing dropping off weights within the spirit. It's a very imperative that we surrender because apart from Christ, we can do nothing. And as we are surrendering, we're dropping those weights. And I'm, just noticing a lot of the demonic attacks that have been going on, guys, because, our fight is in the spirit. We don't wrestle against flesh and blood, guys. Ephesians 6. Um, Again, just dropping off those weights. And I was just noticing, it's like when I was just dropping off, I'll drop off some some pounds, then I'll feel more weights in spirit having to drop those off, and then have just a cycle of dropping weights and really finding myself getting frustrated with it, guys. Being attacked. I've noticed the attack of the religious spirit. Guys, how I talked about my experiences in the past when I was acting like a Pharisee and when the Lord set me free of that spirit has really been, that of course the enemy, he comes back and he attacks to his next opportune time. We have to resist the devil and he will flee. But just really taking in all these attacks, I'm at a point to where, okay, as you know, guys, it's not, you don't want to complain in your walk. You don't want to be like Job when he was leaning to his own understanding things. He endured, but he spoke, he was just, leaning to his own understanding, going against God some things, guys, and he ended up repenting afterwards. But we want to be careful too when we are going through things. The Lord just really emphasizing the importance of needing to praise because that is a form of warfare. So really been being disciplined in the area of just praise and going through things, guys, because our faith is going to be tested. Our patience, guys, we're being pruned to bring forth more fruit, and just really witnessing to these things, guys, of just how fed up I was really getting with a lot of things that was going on as far as the enemy. Just really getting so fed up with darkness, guys. And we all have to get to that point to where we get so fed up with darkness to where you won't settle for less. You do what the Lord wants you to do, guys, and you do it His way. You submit, you surrender, you humble yourself. God will put you through situations. He'll allow you to go through things to where you get so fed up with what's going on to where it will cause you to have to do something. It will cause you to react. And when you react, you want to react in the way Christ wants you to react, guys. He has to raise things out of you. You have to be tried by the fire so you can come out as gold. He wants to raise things out of you, guys, whether it could be something that could be lukewarm within you, whether it could be some darkness that's within you, guys, because you have, he don't want you in between. You're not hot or cold. You don't want to be lukewarm. So he will allow things to happen that will like put pressure, upon you. Think about it, guys. When you're cooking soup, you want to warm it up because if not, all that bacteria can make you sick. So as you're put the soup on the stove and that fire, you bring a fire to the soup, it's cooking, guys. Things are rising to the surface. That bacteria within it is being cleansed. I mean, yeah, it's being the bacteria is dissolving, guys. It's the same thing. We have to be put in the pot. We have to be tried by fire. But when we come out as gold. We come out not be a lukewarm, guys. And that's what we have to undergo. But undergoing that process can be frustrating. And when you're undergoing that process, it's imperative that you do not yield to the flesh. You want to yield to Christ, guys. Give him the praise in the midst of everything that you go through. Get so fed up with darkness to where you say, I'm not going to do this my way. I'm going to do it the way Christ wants me to do it, guys. And you do it to the best of your ability. When you do your best, God will do the rest. Don't get don't get comfortable where you're at. Don't settle, guys. Don't get comfortable in darkness. For those of you who could be in darkness, don't get comfortable with being mediocre. But break, get out the circles, guys. You will keep going in circles until you just get so fed up to where you are really ready to do what the Lord wants you to do. And when you are ready, you submit to Him. You cry to Him, guys, with your whole heart. He will respond. And that's what we need, guys. Change. Sometimes we fear change. Sometimes we're just not ready to change. But it comes a point in time to where you're going to have to eventually make a choice, guys. Now, you're going to yield to the enemy or you're going to yield to God. In the midst of that, you want to yield to God. You obey him, you remain obedient, you give him the praise in the midst of things, because you know everything that happens works out for your good, guys. Romans 8. And again, don't forget 1 Thessalonians 5:18. All things give God praise, for this is the will of God concerning us. And to not let what you see, what you hear, what you feel discourage you or distract you, but to walk by faith, not by sight. To be, to beware of the voices you listen to. As followers of Christ, we follow one voice, the voice of Christ. His sheep hear his voice. We know him, and he follows us, guys. You listen to him. You listen to him alone. Let the Holy Spirit be the one to lead you, guys. He is our teacher in all things. John 14:26. You got to be mindful to not get so, tune out the noise, tune out the distractions for people, and just remain focused on Christ, guys. If you need to get in prayer and surrender, do that. You got to praise. Just to remain obedient to the Lord. And mainly, don't let the enemy try to discourage you or distract you from doing the things that the Lord wants you to do. You remain focused. You pick up where you left off, and you keep it moving, guys. And don't give the enemy any room to come in and try to wreak havoc. Put him in his place like the follower of Christ that we're called to be, everyone. And stay focused on the Lord. So, guys, I thank you all for taking the time to listen. Much love. You all be blessed.